Hello friends, in this video we will synthesize 2-octanone which has the smell of rancid cheese. The preparation involves the oxidation of 2-octanol with the Jones reagent which is chromium trioxide in sulfuric acid. 2-octanone is used in perfumes as some of its esters have a floral aroma. It could also be used as a high boiling solvent as the boiling point is 173 degrees C. The chemicals required for this synthesis are 15 grams of 2-octanol, 11.3 grams of sodium dichromate. It was dissolved in 75 milliliters of distilled water. Then we need 15 grams of concentrated 98% sulfuric acid. A 300 ml round bottom flask was clamped on a stand over a heating mantle. Using a funnel, the solution containing 11.3 grams of sodium dichromate in 75 milliliters of distilled water was added to the flask. Next, 15 grams of concentrated 98% sulfuric acid was added to the flask. Be careful as this addition is exothermic. Soon I realized that I had not placed the stirring bar inside the flask, so I quickly placed a stirring bar inside and started stirring the solution. The flask had to be adjusted so that stirring could work as the stirrer was not powerful enough. Next, the remaining acid was added. After the addition of sulfuric acid, the color of the solution became deep red due to the formation of chromic acid in situ. Now a three-way Claisen adapter was attached to the top of the round bottom flask and an addition funnel was attached to one of the neck and a dim growth condenser on the other side. 15 grams of 2-octanol was added to the addition funnel. The knob of the addition funnel was slowly turned and the 2-octanol was allowed to fall drop-wise into the round bottom flask. Note how the color changes from deep red to dark green slowly as the oxidation is taking place. The addition took about 20 minutes. Then heat was applied to gently reflex the solution and to drive the reaction to completion. What is happening here is an example for Jones oxidation, where the alcohol functional group is oxidized to aldehyde using chromic acid in sulfuric acid, known as Jones reagent. Here you can see the reflexing liquid appears oily as water takes up the compound with it. You can also notice frothing in the round bottom flask. After 2 hours the reflex was stopped and then set for hydrodistillation. Distillation carried the oily liquid with water. It was continued until no more oily droplets were seen and frothing was stopped. Here you can clearly see that frothing has stopped and no more oily drops are visible, so the distillation was stopped. The solution that remained in the flask had a dark green color due to the reduction of the hexavalent chromium to the trivalent state. The distillate was then poured into a separatory funnel and the product which formed the top layer was separated from the bottom aqueous layer. It was then washed with some distilled water and then collected in a small round bottom flask. Anhydrous potassium carbonate was added to the flask to remove water. About 2 to 3 small scoops of anhydrous potassium carbonate was added. You can see that the solid compound freely flows in the bottom of the flask, indicating that the product is dry. It was then transferred to another small dry 50 ml round bottom flask and distillation was carried out. The pure 2-octanone boils over at 173 degrees C and was collected. I got approximately 14 milliliters of 2-octanone, which is around 11.3 grams. This yield is slightly higher than what is mentioned in Vogel's, that is 9.3 grams. That is probably because in Vogel's they say to reflex the solution to about 1 to 1.5 hours, and I had reflexed my solution for more than 2 hours. Another explanation to that is probably the solution that I have is not completely dry and there is some water remaining. Anyway, I am going to use it as such. So that's all in this video. Before we wind up, I just wanted to announce that the Instagram page Vibs Lab is now active and running. I will be posting pictures of chemicals and small video clips of experiments that I do in the lab in my Instagram page. So once again, thank you for watching. These are all my Patreon supporters who are currently supporting me so that I am able to purchase equipments and chemicals required for doing new videos. You can also support me financially via Patreon or PayPal. The links of both of them are given in the description. So thank you again. Do subscribe to the channel and click on the bell button for notifications regarding my future videos. Thank you.